This is Terranola Twist Mesquite Land and Cattle. Today we're doing a review video with Cinco. This is a horse that we had in last year and put over just a little over 90 days on. And here about 3 weeks ago we started riding her again, just stepping her up from where she was before. This past 3 weeks we've been kind of seeing where we are, feeling everything out. I wanted to take these horses, these two that came back in, I wanted to, make sure that all the parts were, how all the parts felt and everything that I showed them. And we taught them before. You'd be able to go back and look at those videos with Cinco and kind of see where we are, what we were with her when she went home. This horse is, I could tell she's had a bit more stuff put on her. Turnarounds on some, and side passing been worked on some with her. Maybe a few other things, but those are the notable things that I felt, not knowing what's been worked on, what's been kind of addressed. So anyway, we kind of worked on some, taking her through everything that we've been addressing, that we kind of been working on. I wanted to see, where she was with everything, see how soft she was, how she was. I do think that maybe her leads have been worked on some. Here pretty quick, we're gonna have her, have it to where we work on those leads, and then when we lope off, we have her going in that correct lead every time. Like I said, her turnaround's been worked on some, but I wanted to make sure that all her parts were still there, kind of feel everything. I was pretty impressed how much she still how much she remembered, and went backwards at all. She's, as I said, she's, turnarounds made some, she's had that turnaround worked on some, and feel like some stuff in the lope has been worked on. Just lead, kind of traveling in that correct lead, lope around, being comfortable there. Could just be her natural talent coming out. Kind of work on some of this. Her warm-up is similar to what we've been doing with Wiz. There's just some things we've worked on that we started working on. Like right there where Wiz, we're still working on that soft transition. I can sit down right here and grab this rein, and this horse just kind of just real smooth, comes into the ground, and that's what we're wanting to get with Wiz. But with this horse, we're going to do some of these bending transitions. Again, sit down, have her get soft right here. She does them pretty well, but that's why we don't work on them. I want them to be a second nature thing for this horse, to be able to be soft and wrap around my leg. Step forward. I had to kind of show her, remind her of the difference with that turnaround being worked on some. That was kind of what was on her mind. I kind of had to remind her, hey, there's more to going forward than just stepping your front end around. So kind of had to remind her there's a difference there, but other than that, she's been real good here. We're just working on these bending transitions. I can walk off, trot off. Down, bring her back here, wait till she gets down, soft to my leg, starts walking around this circle. See how she lopes around. Makes me think she's been worked, that's been worked on some since she's been gone. Again, I know she's pretty natural about that kind of stuff too, so it could be some of that, but just feeling that because I've been riding some horses that aren't that natural at a lot of things. So again, like Wiz, when I look off, I'm going to lean forward a little bit. That way these horses, and I'm going to kind of sit up straight, kind of driving them with my legs up underneath me. That way these horses understand there's a difference when I sit down, when we're going to transition down, all those kind of things. Sit down, bring her back to me. I do want to just do the same thing right here. She kind of gets stiff when we're here in this trot, and so it's good to spend some more time doing this post and circle, letting her warm up. She's kind of trying to take her face from me here. I think some of that's just being kind of fresh too. She kind of does some of that stuff with her nose and almost kind of tries to take the reins from me a little bit when she's fresh for some reason. And come here, slow, just bring her back to this trot. I kind of sit down a little bit when I come to that end and transition down. I want her to kind of come here and travel around this circle, I want her to kind of find that circle between my legs. She's kind of wandering all over. I want her to travel in a circle instead of, leaking out, and it kind of helps. We start putting some shoulder control, kind of working on that again, and so I can work on making this circle a bit more round when we get here to these ends. She's certainly leaning to this right, so we're going to take her here to this left way. And so we have worked on some of this stuff. We were working on these things, some of these things when she left. But the way I warm up I'm gonna work on something that they know pretty well, kind of get them warmed up, kind of get them thinking about me, and then we go into the things that we're teaching them. We're stepping up and teaching them. So I don't want to warm them up with something we haven't worked on before. This is going to help her get dialed into me, burn off some of that fresh, and just kind of get here, pay attention here. So, a new thing that I don't know that I did much of this with her before she left, but it's a softening exercise at this trot, and it's called serpentines, and I basically want her to stay at a trot, and I want her to get soft through that body. And this is a really good thing for her because it's confusing. She kind of locks that body up some, and I need her to stay moving forward and get soft here. So this is a challenge for her, so it's good. There. So I'm just kind of waiting. I'm gonna keep her here maybe a little longer until she gets soft and wraps around my body, my feet. And also, kind of what I'm doing, maybe you don't notice, when she gets soft to me, I'm giving my hand back to her a little bit. So when she brings her head around, I'm gonna give a little bit to her, and that's how we can get this softness. There. This is a challenge because she wants to stop, she wants to move her body. It's hard for her to keep moving forward like this. And at this trot, at a long trot. And a long trot's not really something she's that talented at. We'll get it, there. Getting softer here. But I want her to have some energy in this trot instead of, slowing down so much. But I just worked on this a couple days. But I like how soft right here she's getting. Soft to my hand here. Help just get her softer through her body, where we can put her where we need her to be. And it's also, with this type of horse, or with her specifically, it's going to help her rate us even more, because she's trying to figure out, hey, is he wanting me to flex here, or is he wanting me to do these serpentines, or is he want me to bend down and get soft? So now that we've done that and she's gotten pretty good, now I'm gonna remind her of this bending at the walk. I just relax my energy, sit down in here, and I'm not driving her as much with my feet to kind of show her, hey, reinforce it there. Because this is where I want it to be relaxing. I want her to be able to walk around my leg here, soft, relaxed. Be able to do it both ways. You saying something? Just kind of let her warm up a little bit here. So this probably isn't going to look very good because we just started teaching her. But we're working on the shoulder control. I want to make sure right here that I can flex. I can have her collect vertically here, drive her forward. She's no problem. Okay, and I'll kind of bring her down. See better. But the shoulder control, I want to be able to pick this up and send her, put my inside foot on her, have that shoulder move out. It's looking good. This side, here, there. So she's kind of there at first. She's pretty bound up. She just didn't quite understand what I was trying to get her to do. So I want to pick this inside leg, this inside rein. I want her to get off of this. I'm going to kind of open this leg out pretty good. There. I want her to get soft right here, there. I'll go back the other way. Kind of see from this. So I'm going to pick this right leg up, this right hand up. I want to send her off. Move the shoulder there, right there. And I'm gonna let her put both legs back on her, and I want her to kind of drive back into her face there, get soft to my hands there. I want to finish that way because it's good to finish the horses soft. We want to finish the horses soft, but like with her, she was so confused. She was pushing into this bit pretty good when we first started, reviewing this. Whether I did much of it with her, I don't remember. We would have just been getting to it. So shoulder control, I know she's done enough of it to where they've been able to, the owner been able to work on that turnaround. Help this horse to understand there's a difference here, and that she can move the shoulder and be soft in my hands at the same time. There, that's really good. We got a few steps. I'm not going to ask her at a trot today because I want her to be more confident about it, especially because we had some trouble with it, some confusion. I want to get it really good at the walk, and then I'm going to step it up into the trot, but I want to be able to do it walk and trot. And I'll remind her, hey, get soft right here, get soft right here. Somebody's bending at the walk. She's getting soft, and then she gets soft to my hands right here. Beautiful. And then we can have her. Oh, that was really good. She tried really hard, so I gave her back some right there. There, that was good. And I'm gonna drive her back in. So right there. So I put both legs on her to finish and stepped her forward and reins a little bit. As she understands the move better, I'll be able to get more bend and ask her with more bend. And like right there, I got more bend out of her right there, and still asking her to step off. And there she's stepping off. It's a really good exercise for our turnarounds and all that stuff. But even when you step into cow work and things like that, you need this horse to be able to move that shoulder off. Shoulder right there. See, and I'll just show you kind of where it see how beautiful that was. Beautiful. See, that's going to help if we need our turnaround or our cow turn, either of those, or rollbacks on the fence, all that stuff. I want to be able to pick this shoulder up if I need to help him. And so that's what's that right there, being able to get that shoulder picked up out of the way, and then them understand, hey, okay, now that my shoulder's picked up out of the way, then I can use my body. But if the shoulder's not picked up, it's hard for them to come back around and do that turn. So just to finish it off, again, I want her to, hey, there's a stop. There's a stop and get my shoulder picked up and get back through the turn and go somewhere. That's going to help. That's going to help everything. That's going to help our turnarounds. It's going to help. You need your horse. You need your horse to be able to pick up and go somewhere, and turn, change directions, and go somewhere. Like I said, like what we do. A lot of cows. You need to be able to have a cow and go somewhere. Whether you're going to trail ride, you're going to do the reining, all this stuff. Like, you need your horse to be able to stop and turn around. Stop, use his body, get his body right. It also just helps these horses get more broke, and they start to understand their needs and all that kind of stuff. Back out on the correct lead. That was nice. Oh, that was my fault. I didn't let her kind of hit it. We kind of hit hard. Yeah. I'm gonna drive her around, just kind of anticipating. I'm gonna drive her around right here. She got back on that correct lead. That's nice. I'm going to ask if it more fluidly. See if we can get her to use that hind end some more. So that was better. See right there? Kind of asked it more fluidly. More just one-handed, and she's able to put that butt in the ground and get out. So she's in the incorrect lead right there, but that's all right. It just makes it harder on her. She's got to figure that out kind of herself. See, that was really good. Show you when we get done. There's some dry work I kind of do. Kind of show you how it gets these horses. And she's kind of worked on this shoulder, this turnaround some. Had it worked on, but when the horse hasn't had it done, this livens them up, gets them thinking about turning and moving that shoulder. So they're able to kind of respond off your legs better. I like that she came all the way back around there and left. It was really nice. So, just kind of showing you a little bit. Get my legs fixed here. So it just kind of livens them up, gets them thinking about stopping and rolling back into that fence and going the other direction, engaging their hindquarters, getting going somewhere. And I'll kind of show you. See, like right there, it got her thinking about getting in the fence right there, or getting that shoulder picked up, going somewhere. Stop, put some effort into this backup so she's still there. You need to keep going. That side we definitely need improvement. That side was good. I'm gonna maybe drive her forward some more. Stop. I'm gonna bump on her right there. Need her to put some effort in. She's talented. Pick the shoulder up. That's all right. Looks rough. That's all right, because it looks rough because she doesn't quite understand. So I want her to put effort in. There. Pick this shoulder up. Come back. That's alright. Doesn't look as good that side. That's why we gotta work on it. So, do here. Gonna drive her and stop. We're gonna just work on this a little bit here. See, when she's stopping and she's there, and it's all right. It looks rough. She's pulling on me. It's okay. There, that was better. We just got to show her. Sometimes it looks rough. Right here. It's better. It wasn't so straight on that side. Help her out some. The fence will help her out some. See right there. So we're still going to kind of work on, so that drill, I was kind of showing you, that drill is stopping, backing up. So if you're, stop, draw, and come back to the turn. We need these horses to be able to do that sort of stuff. Even if I'm trail riding this horse, and say you get somewhere, that's all right. See, we're gonna ask this horse to step up some more right here. Put some effort in, get that shoulder. Good. Man, see, so I'll kind of show you. So right there, because when I stop on this side over here, this other side looks so much better, because when we're stopping on our right side, she's already has the shoulder up out of the way, and she's able to stop, rock back, and go through this turn. On this side, she's been stopping with that shoulder picked up and in the way. And so, I'm going to back her. I want her to back up, but I'm just going to use my inside leg here so that she gets that shoulder picked up, keeps backing, shoulder picked up, keep backing. And if she fights me, I'm not pulling harder. I'm just going to keep working the feet until we get some softness. And so when we started her, we talked about her needing to put some effort into that backup, and so it still takes. She will kind of back up, but I need her to put some effort in and keep that cadence up. And right now we're gonna add that softness. Well, okay, so I want to have that cadence in there, and also straight. I want this horse back up straight until I ask her to move a certain body part, and then we can back cook it, or back in a circle, or that kind of stuff. Right now, our backup is not very straight because she drops her shoulder one way or the other, and leaning one way or the other. So I'm gonna ask her to put some effort in it. She's getting kind of tired, so we're just gonna find a good spot to quit her. Pero no es better stop right there. Horse, those are head up in there, it's because their feet are locked up. They're not moving their feet. And that's what she's throwing a fit about moving her feet backwards. And locking, when the horse does that, pushes out here, up in the air, position your hands. I'm not going to pull harder because that's going to make the horse pull on you. I'm just going to hold it. I'm going to hold it until I'm going to use my feet. I'm going to put her belly back solid. There's that back up better. And it was really straight. We can mess with it. We can mess a little more right there until we're just completely out of horse. And then we're going to lose everything we built. So right there, I stopped her. There was a cadence there, and she backed relatively straight. So we're going to stop her right there. So our rollbacks, just like I did, that's going to get a horse thinking about stopping, engaging their hind end, and moving that front end through that turn. And that's what it's doing, and that's helping us, especially on this left side here, where she wants to back up and their shoulder drop down. And if a horse is backing up, or if their shoulders drop down, they can't come back through that turn, because the only way they can come back through their turn is to kick that hip out. Lunge their front and kick their hip out, and that's not so I want this horse to be able to back up straight. I want to be able to back this horse up straight. When she's picked up, I can go either way, either direction. That's where the rollbacks start to get a horse thinking about how to do that. And then we can work on our drive work after. But it just takes time. We saw some rough spots right there. That's okay. Like I said, on the horse, those are headed up in the air is their feet locked up. When she did that, you saw I didn't go getting mad at her. I didn't go yanking on her. I just held what we had and get her feet freed up and moving free. And then as soon as we did that, her head came down. Because as you can see, like, we're not. If we would be fighting with this horse, racing on this horse